What's going on, y'all, man? It's your boy Dre Honest. You already know what the vibe is, man. You feel me now? This is a discussion video. This is a conversational video. This is a low vibe video. This is where we take the time out and speak to each other and speak within ourselves about the current state of NBA 2K26. Now, if you guys don't know, the biggest thing for me is that defense is very And when I mean it's like, yeah. You know, it feels as though playing this game, defense really just does not matter. In fact, playing this game and doing the stuff that I've been doing on this game and been able to do since day one on this game has been somewhat like appalling in its own little way, but also at the same time, it's like, bro, we just playing a game. All the bills that I've been able to make and been able to run tests, I haven't spent no more than $500 of my own money, $500 that y'all niggas was able to get from me. So I appreciate that shit as well. But my biggest thing on this game thus far is wanting to talk to you guys about what is defense on this game to you. How do you define or carry yourself as a lockdown defender? And I want to show some examples while I'm also showing gameplay, you know, just to give you guys, or just once again asking you guys, what is the thing that you're going for when it comes down to defense, or when it comes down to playing this game, or when it comes down to whatever you're trying to do whilst on this game. Now, me personally, I'm just going to show you guys some light things up on the screen. Right here is literally majority of my builds. You know, I run with a 74 perimeter defense, 73 steal, get right there in the threshold. Then I use a max +1 on gold interceptor on the build, and then I'm able to just do what I want, play how I want, and be who I want to be in the game. And I've been able to rock like that. I go very high speed on my builds, and I don't go that high on agility, because as we all know, agility does not matter. So you can get away with a 78 agility or an 80 agility on your build, but as long as you have like a 85, 86, 87 speed, 88 speed, maxed out speed, or the fastest that you can possibly be, and then you can probably throw in a combo in there of a takeover car, speedster or jet, or, you know, one of those takeovers, powerhouse, I believe one of them is called, of just having extra speed in case you genuinely need it. But most people genuinely just don't need it. And throughout playing this game and learning stuff, like I learned already that with a 74 block rating, I'm able to get better blocks, if not better jumps, with a 74 and a 75 than me having like a 78, 80, 84, 88, 93, etc., 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 with having all the badges to boot. And at those thresholds and levels of Hall of Fame, gold, silver, bronze, I'm getting the best blocks possible, or I'm getting the best contests possible, or in small guards trying to crab me and I jump and I'm able to block the shot. And I'm getting these with 70 ratings over having 80 plus ratings. I'm tired of getting backdoored on my player, but hey, now I have the speed to boot, and I'm playing the game, and you guys are seeing gameplay up on the screen of how I'm playing the game and what I'm doing on defense or offense and stuff like that. And there's times where I'm on my 6'1 guard, and I know for a fact that I won't be able to do anything, but there's times where I'm on my 6'1 guard going up against a 6'8, and I'm getting blocks. I'm getting blocks. And I have a 60 block on my 6'1, but I'd use a takeover plus 15 to the block rating and get it to a 75. I don't even be getting all the bar of takeover with that takeover on. I get to like the third or the fourth bar, but never really get the full thing. And I'm informing you that I've been able to get a lot of blocks, consistent blocks on my 6'1 guard. Not saying I'll always be able to, but it's the fact that as an option, I can get it. Does that make sense? Okay. So then I get on my builds with 88, 93, 90 block ratings, you know, and I'm still able to get blocks, especially when I'm running big man or something like that. I'm able to get blocks, I'm able to make plays and stuff like that. But also at the same time, there's times where I'm on the build specifically, like my 6'10 lockdown defender. I have an 88 block, I think an 80 vertical or something like that, 84. I'm in that range of like, I should be able to be fast enough to get there. I have the speed, the agility, I'm tall, I have the max wingspan. I have all this stuff to boot with the player, and yet I'm still over here struggling. I'm struggling to get these animations. I'm struggling to do these things, and I'm over here trying my absolute hardest to play the game right, or play the game to the best of my abilities, yet I'm over here still struggling to be able to do certain or simple tasks. And one way I noticed where, like, in some of these spaces where it just doesn't work, or where it won't work, is when I'm in a random wreck. Unfortunately, in random wreck, I'm able to quite literally do everything and dictate everything while playing with randoms. The only thing is, though, I can't do it all the time because I don't want to have to play on the same build the entirety of the time. For example, I have two 611 builds, 3 overall 611s, but I have 2 611 builds. One is all around, the other one is a no money spent. On the one that's completely all around, max wingspan, has the rebounding, the defending, the shooting, etc. and so forth. That build, I'm literally, and that's the one with the higher block rating, by the way. On that build, dictating the game is much harder because of positioning, players, people. However, then when I get on the all-around 611 build, it doesn't matter when it comes down to rebounds or blocking or spacing or anything like that. I'm able to, I know I'm playing with randoms. I know I'm going to win the game more than likely, no matter what lobby I'm in, whether it be brown all the way up to red plate lobbies. I'm going to win the game based purely off of me. And I thought that would be interesting to just inform you guys that literally I can't play on my 6'5 reverse or my 6'5 out of position point guard. I can't just play on my 6'6 true point guard and win games and think I can go in there by myself and win. I have to be on a 6'11 build and being able to play. And it gets frustrating, and the game overall gets tiring. And overall, tying back into my point of when it comes down to like defense, running and set offenses, skills and stuff like that. I was playing with my boy Hype. Shout out to the homie Hype, right? Shout out to the homie. I'm playing with the homie, and I would play power forward. I would play small forward, lockdown defender. I would play, center play center on my 6'11. And there were literal times where you would pick somebody up or run with somebody and they're physically too slow to get there. Playing with either a 7'4", a 7-footer, whatever the case may be. You may have the block rating, you may have the attributes, but it don't matter if you can't get there. So then I have to play switch with a 7'4" liability and myself, and it seems like me and them are both getting fucked. Literally, back doors, drop-offs, lob passes. I've played with dudes on this game. I've played with dudes on this game that have gotten dropped off by AIs in these set offenses. And then I'm over here. There's been a time when I played Pro-Am for the first time, actually, on my 6'10" lockdown defender build with an 84 block rating and an 80 vertical with an 82 speed and a third bar takeover using speedster takeover. Right? I'm still getting backdoored for 30 while the big man only has a 90 standard dunk. And I can't get in front of him, or I can't get in the positioning deep enough to get a block shot. And then once I have my 88 block, okay, it gets better. Okay, and obviously when I have my 93 block, it gets a smidget better. Hold on, wait. Why is it when I have a 93 block on my player that when I go up against a 7'4", even if I do jump, they still have a chance of hitting it early or slightly late? They still have these chances to hit these shots, though I have these high-ass ratings. And I put on the badges to boot. So I have Legend High Flying Denier with Legend Paint Patroller with a 93 block with a high-ass vertical. And you're telling me as soon as I go up against a 7'4", shit, all that shit goes out the window? I would need Legend Pogo just to be able to jump multiple times just to get a decent contest on a 7'4" build in these other spaces. However, once I'm on the receiving end of back doors, and I should be able to get the block, and I should be able to make the play, and I should be able to do the things necessary to my player, to the skill and my abilities of my player, I still cannot complete them. And it's frustrating. Thus, this year, I've already made 16 builds. I am currently at 14 builds on my account right now, but I've made 16. Okay, so that means I've deleted 2. I have one more build slot. I have one more build slot. 2 of those builds, 3 of those builds, no money spent. The rest are just players. And I'm telling you, I have experimented. I have all forms of block ratings, all forms of perimeter defense ratings, all forms of whatever you could think somebody couldn't get, doesn't have, shouldn't do, shouldn't get, won't have, do have. I have it. I've tested it. I've been testing it. I've been running everything on different levels for hours upon hours, days upon days. And no test that I run, by the way, in my Patreon, no test that I run takes more than one, like, they all take longer than one full day, is what I'm saying. And I'm letting y'all know, I don't even know what is the best block rating. I would say if you are on a guard, you should have a 72 block. On my 6'5s, I have a 72 block rating. And I'm able to get blocks. And when I get crabbed, when I'm running the one and I get crabbed by that 6'4", 6'3 guard that's spamming Kemba Walker left, right, and then does a Devin Booker aggressive combo breakdown on me, and then I get crabbed behind him off that fucking weak ass screen that somehow puts me behind my defender, and they shoot the ball, I'm telling you I'm getting the block. I'm telling you I'm getting the block. But when as soon as I get on a 6'8", a 6'9", 6'10", trying to do the same thing, I can't do it. I just can't do it. These ratings are higher, by the way. These attributes are faster, higher, wingspans longer, and I can't do the same thing. But yet I get on the build with a player that literally can't even get these badges. And I'm able to get these animations. I'm able to do these things. I'm able to play in this way. And ultimately, it's just, I love the fact that I'm a filler build type of guy. I love that I can play on a 6-1-1 game, then get on a 6-6. But is it a 6'6" point guard? Is it a 6'6", like, am I getting on my 6'5" 2 guard that I'm going to be running point guard? Am I going to get on my out of position build? Am I going to get on my 6'6" big man? Am I going to get on the 6'7" ISO? I love being able to switch it up and keep the game fresh for myself, especially while I'm live on stream. I hate the fact that while I'm playing and while I'm noticing that me trying to be like the lockdown defender, or me claiming myself to be a lock, but people saying you're not a lock if you have 70 perimeter defense. But I go over and watch the next clip of a man with a 97, 96, 99 perimeter defense, all legend badges, get his ass spanked by 21. With all the speed and the agility and the abilities to boot, it gets hard. And then I was saying something like this on NBA 2K25 kind of later on in the year, once we spent all that money making builds after builds, running test after test. For you guys, by the way. Not for me. I ran these tests strictly for y'all. And I'm cool. The fact that I'm saying to y'all right now that I can confidently on NBA 2K26 have a 74, 75 perimeter defense. And then when I go in, not even cap breakers can make the defense go higher to like an 85, an 87 or nothing like that. Not even cap breakers can save me. And I'm telling you guys that with these low ratings and the way that I'm able to play and the way I'm able to move, I've been running low perimeter defense. I've been running low steal. I've been running high block. I've been running high speed, low agility, somewhat decent bumpy strength, like a 73 strength on my taller builds. And then when I go smaller, like 6'1", I have a 90, 85 plus strength on my build. Now, the way I'm telling y'all and the way that I'm this confident in my player, my abilities and my stats, you know, the way I'm talking to y'all is like, it's no way or no need for me to lie. You know for a fact that I'm telling the truth. And the fact that the game plays like this is irritating. But I wanted to make this video to get your guys' thoughts and opinions. I wanted to get your guys' thoughts on what you've been seeing lately in the 2K community. Do you have a build with a 74 perimeter defense that's getting better contests or making better plays than your build with 85? Even though it could be placebo effect, but it can't be this much of a placebo effect. It can't be this much of me not having an 85 perimeter defense and not telling if some with an 85 or a 96 perimeter defense can't do nothing with me. When I look at somebody with high-ass perimeter defense on this game, I literally, it's not like I'm scared. Why am I not scared? Yeah, you're going to be able to bump me a little bit more maybe. Maybe I'm going to be forced into a pickup. But if I keep running away from you and fading in other directions, you can't contest my shot, and all I have to do is green. And then what? Like now that's a whole nother problem of stuff that has to be done within the game. All I have to do is run away from you. You can run after me. I mean, you can be as laterally quick as possible. It's still, lateral movement still sucks in this game. Okay, you can be fast as possible, but then again, I hit a post fade. You have to jump at the right time. You have to jump at the right time. For the most part, unless I just randomly miss, and then you may have that on your side. But then again, if I know for a fact that you went oh so high on perimeter defense, I'm talking about 92, 95, 96, 99 perimeter defense. Well, you sacrifice somewhere else, either it being layups or either it being, strength or either it being rebounding. And you sacrifice somewhere on your build to have this high ass perimeter defense. And I'm just going to exploit that. You won't be able to play lanes or get a block or have the best interior defense, even though interior defense is lackluster in this game anyway. It's lackluster at both. You got people with 60 interior defense contesting somebody like me with is 6'10" with a 90 block or a 90 layup, 90, 89 driving dunks, not 81 standard dunk, and I'm telling you, I'm getting contested. But this is the game we play, bro. I just want to get your guys' thoughts and opinions on stuff like this. I enjoy discussions like this and wanting to see from the community what it is. What is it, But I digress, man. I'm gonna get over with y'all on the next one. You take care of yourself, love yourself, and I'm out there. Peace.